This is the High School Coaches Roundtable Show, broadcasting from Sandy's Beef and Ale, where friends and family go for great food and all the big games since 1967. Each week, we broadcast from 2028 Old Lincoln with the stars from the Bucks County football teams. We now go live to Sandy's Beef and Ale for the High School Coaches Roundtable Show. Here now is your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
Yes, indeed. High School Coaches Roundtable Show here from Sandy's Beef and Ale. Let's hear it for these coaches and the players that are with us tonight. And kicking things off, that's right, the Bensalem Owls.
That's right.
And Coach Davis hanging out at the Roundtable.
Good to be here. Thanks for having us.
1-1 so far this season. You guys are getting ready for Abington. What are you preparing for when it comes to the Ghosts?
Yeah, great team. Always well coached. A lot of talented players. They got speed. Very technical. We see that on film. So we know we need to have our best, bringing it against them, and we're preparing the best we can this week.
Our High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. We're joined by local high school football programs, the coaches, players, and we do it each Wednesday night from Sandy's Beef and Ale from 7 to 8. It's played back on WBCB from 4 to 5, which leads everybody right into high school football on Friday nights. And you guys hit the road, or you back? You've been at home a couple times, right?
We started at home against Lower Marion, went on the road against Penridge last week, and we're back home against Abington this week.
Fourth year under Coach Houston. Tell me how things have developed over that period of time and what you guys expect for this season.
Sure. Yeah, Coach Houston's awesome. Coaches these guys with every ounce of his being, very passionate. Puts his emotion, his heart into it. Has really built a toughness in this culture that we've been missing for a lot of years, and it's starting to come to fruition now. We're seeing that. It's very exciting. The players are bought in. I know they enjoy playing for him, so it's great.
Well, it seems like you guys have been putting up some points this season so far. Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight. Some of these guys responsible for some of the offense you guys have been able to achieve.
Absolutely. This is Miles Annan. He's our QB. Interesting story with him. So he wasn't supposed to start the season as QB. Hollis Sanders, our starting QB, went down right before the season, got injured. So Miles was kind of thrown into the fire, and he's done incredible. Just really shocked us all, and has just taken this under his wing. And he's a student of the game. He wants to learn the game. He wants to know the game. And be great, and he's doing such an awesome job. So proud of him. And then Aiden Mayfield to the far right. Both of these guys are in my room, so I get the QBs and the running backs. It's an honor for me. And he's just an outstanding player. Gives us all at practice. He's a leader. It's not just on the field of what you see. He puts in the time and effort. He's a great kid, both of these guys, on and off the field. So what you see out there on the field is just a part of what these guys are about. It's great. An
extension of all that hard work that they have put in.
Sure.
Miles, welcome to the show. Tell me a little bit about maybe one of your highlights from this season. I mean, 6 touchdowns already. Seems like things must be clicking for you guys, getting that chemistry going.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of just stepped in, played quarterback. Aiden's been good. I get the ball to him. I know he can make a play when I throw it to him. So, yeah, saw like team's been great. Everything's been great so far. We just lost one last week. Feel like we could have won that game. We kind of made some mistakes. We all made mistakes. I made mistakes, so led to a loss. But I feel like we can bounce back next week versus Abington.
What are you hearing from your coaches about Abington, what you need to do to get a W?
Yeah, we have to play hard. We can't make a lot of mistakes. We have to play how we're coached, play how we execute in practice, and we'll be fine. So, yeah.
And bring some of that toughness that
toughness,
Coach was referencing just a little bit ago. Other stuff that you are into, I mean, no distractions. It's all football right now, but other activities that you get involved in, looking forward to this school year.
Yeah, I just started running track last year. I think, last year was my first year, so kind of liked it, picked up on it. So I'm going to be running track in the maybe the winter, but definitely in the spring. So
we'll keep it going. Good luck against Abington.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here tonight. Aiden, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, what do you think the key is to get a win over Abington this week?
I think everybody just has to do their assignments, how we're coached. We have a really good coaching staff, and they train us to do what we're taught, and it's a really good coaching staff. The linemen got to do what they're supposed to do. Everybody on the team got to do what they're supposed to do, and I think we'll come out with the win.
Other stuff that you are looking forward to this school year?
After football, I do basketball, like in the winter, and I just hope to do basketball. I might do track to get faster, but basketball mostly.
So Miles was just saying you're doing good. I mean, developing that chemistry sounds like a key going forward in this year.
Yeah.
What do you think as far as this week against Abington? Anything specific that you guys have been practicing this week that you're going to take into this game? I mean, we don't want to give away any secrets.
Nah, I think just chemistry between every player and how we play together and everything. I think that will all lead to a win if we play how we're coached and play together.
Well, I just want to let you guys know, as somebody who has a student at Bensalem, supporting you guys in the community and wishing you guys the best throughout this season. And go Owls.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
you.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys. Bensalem Owls with us to start the show. And we have Council Rock South, Council Rock North, Neshaminy, Pensbury. You guys got to get out of here so we can
Great.
get the next team
All
in
right,
here.
thank you.
Because we got a lot of players and a lot of coaches to talk to. Big thanks to Bensalem, though, for being part of the show tonight. And we got to make sure everybody gets their sandwich. Yeah, coming up now, a familiar face, guy who was my color guy for a couple of seasons for Pennsbury football. And little did I know that in just a couple of years, he'd be the head coach for Council Rock North. Is Brandon Garrett. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
All right, Council Rock North 0-2, coming off a tough game against Neshaminy. What do you guys see when you get set for CB East? Things don't get a lot easier this week for the Indians, unfortunately. I guess these pre-league games really help you guys get ready for league play, and every game is a learning experience, but CB East certainly packs a punch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, opening up your season with Upper Moreland and then going to Neshaminy and then hosting CB East, all three of those teams are always competitive in their, respective divisions, and, nothing changes this week. You prepare for these teams the same almost every week. We know they're going to play hard, they're going to play fast, and we just try to match that energy, during the practice week, getting these guys up. And like I said, it's going to be tough. It always is, especially when you're in this SOL league. So, we're looking forward to it.
First-year head coach, how would you define your approach on the offense and defensive sides of the football? You kind of spread out. You guys do more of a ground and pound kind of approach.
Yeah. So offensively, we want to use our athletes. We have good quarterback. We have good wide receivers. We have some running backs. So we want to, spread the football around, get everybody a touch. And then defensively, these guys will talk about it too, is, we want to fly to the football. We want to make sure that we got 11 hats to the ball and everybody's doing their job, and hopefully, no broken plays, things like that occur.
All right, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the roundtable.
So to my right here, I have Michael Zarutsky. He is a senior. He is one of our wide receivers and our cornerback. And then next to him, I have Tommy Butler, who is also a senior, and he is our linebacker.
All right, guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
What are you hearing from your coaches that you guys need to do against CB East to get in the win column? Michael,
Well,
you're up first.
Yeah. I feel like we have to work a lot, on our line. I feel like that's the biggest area of need at the moment. But I feel like I believe in them. They can do it. They're a good group of guys. So I feel like if we keep pushing them, I feel like we'll get to where we have to be.
Wide receiver and quarterback, is there one side of the football that you prefer to play on? You like to catch the passes or
Receiver
make the
for
hits?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you must like a little bit more of this spread formation, getting some more opportunities with the football.
I like the ball in my hands. Yep.
All right, 14 catches, 220 yards so far on the season, a couple of touchdowns. Yep. So you found the end zone a couple of times. What is your highlight so far from this season?
Well, against Neshaminy in the third quarter, I had a 71-yard bubble screen. So that was probably the biggest one. I had a one-handed catch in the Upper Moreland game, which that was pretty nice. So I'd probably say them too.
So considering Moravian College?
Yep, they're around the top of my list.
Nice. Well, good luck in whatever is next for you. And we'll turn to your teammate right now. Tommy says here you might be looking at Penn State.
Yes, I am.
Well, a great spot for academics. My brother graduated from there, and my daughter's thinking about Penn State, so that's a great landing spot.
My sister currently goes there.
Awesome.
So.
All right, so what are you hearing in practice this week? What are you guys working on to be ready for CB East?
We're putting in a few different things on the defensive side of the ball. Just fly around, make plays. We they're a run-heavy team. So we just got to play, hard-nosed football. I take R11 over them any day of the week.
Coach credited the defense, and do you see different things on the defense this year? Maybe a more aggressive approach?
Yeah, I see a big improvement as opposed to last year. Our tackling's gotten a lot better, and I see 11 hats to the ball every play. They really just drilled it into us. Like you need to be there for your teammates, and everyone's there to tackle them. And we play as a team this year as opposed to last year. So
hopefully you guys can hang your hats on that defense throughout this season and get ready for CB East this week. Thanks so much for coming out to the High School Coaches Roundtable show. Council Rock North with us tonight.
Thanks, Chris.
Coach Brandon Garrett, along with Mike and Tommy. Appreciate it, guys. All right, we're going to keep things moving. Again, we got a lot of teams here tonight. Council Rock South coming up. I don't think I mentioned the Morrisville Bulldogs. They're in the house. The Bristol Warriors are also here for the High School Coaches Roundtable show, presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. And I want to thank a new sponsor here to the show, Fella Auto Group on Route 13 in Bristol. And your hometown local auto dealer supporting local students and congratulating all the honorees at tonight's show. All of the players that come out with us get a High School Coaches Roundtable shirt. We're in the golden era.
Can't wait.
Each year they get, coaches, you guys get a pretty nifty hat at the end of the year perhaps. So,
Gotcha.
At least last year, they had a little camo cap. So
Gotcha.
we got a whole array of attire here for the Coaches
I hear you.
Roundtable. The whole fashion thing that we got going on. But big thanks to Fella Auto Group for making today's show possible. The perfect car, that first car, and $250 off right off the top if you go to Fella Auto Group. They also service all makes and models. And with us now, the Council Rock South Golden Hawks. We welcome them and get ready for a big game on BCB this Friday night. Yeah, 6 o'clock. A little bit of an early kickoff.
Yep.
And it's a battle of the birds. With us now, Coach Schaefer. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. 1-1 for the Golden Hawks, getting ready for Pensbury. What are you guys working on when it comes to the Falcons?
But first and foremost, we're just we got a little bit of a young team, so we're just working on ourselves. More importantly, trying to fix the little things, and ultimately, we put in a decent game plan for Pennsbury, and just keep working on those little things and keep shoring up both sides of the ball. And I think these guys are great hard workers, so I'm excited and excited for Friday night.
All right, well, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the roundtable.
Certainly. So I got Anthony Semino and Joey Madera. Madera, right? Madera.
Yep.
Guys, welcome to the show. How has this week been practice-wise? Anthony, you're up first. What are you guys working on, game planning for the Pensbury Falcons?
Yeah, it's been a lot more physical than weeks past because we really just this is a big team we're going against, the big O line, and we got to work on getting faster because this team get off the line super fast. They'll go after you, down blocks and everything. So we got to be a lot more physical than we have been, a lot more hands-on, and just find off the ball.
Couple of games in now. What are you picking up on? What do you think your team really does well on the offensive side of the ball, and where do you think your strengths are defensively?
I like linebackers on defense. We have great linebackers, Nate Sidlick, Bryce Barker. Our D tackles, they're solid. I think, just be more physical and be more getting your hands on them.
Yeah.
And on offense, I really do believe that we have our inside run can be really effective when our blocks and assignments are there. We have a very young quarterback, and he's a sophomore, but he's doing a great job so far. And he's poised for being so young, and he's making the right decisions when he has the time. So we do have to work on that and protecting our quarterback and making sure we get the right assignments and just doing our jobs overall.
Keep your quarterback clean.
Keep him safe, yeah.
Yeah. says here you're also into strongman stuff, powerlifting. I mean, the weight room is a big thing for any high school football team, the off-season program. It seems like that's something that, some guys don't love to be in the gym. It seems like that's something you get into.
Yeah, I like living in the gym. I have fun in the gym. I got into powerlifting so I get stronger, and over time I love competing in it. I love being the strongest I could possibly be, and over time strongman just seemed more and more fun for me, and I get more explosive with all the events that it has to do with it, and I believe it's helped me become more self-confident, which is what you need. To be confident on the field, think you're the best guy out there, and be the strongest guy out there. And I think powerlifting and strongman have helped me so much of that.
And bringing that explosiveness to the football field. Both these guys, 2-year starters for the Golden Hawks. We thank them for being with us. And Anthony, let me talk to your teammate now. Yep. Joey, what do you think you guys need to do to get past Pensbury? What are you hearing from your coaches this week that are some of the keys?
I think we have to come out with more intensity this week and come out stronger than last week, obviously. And I feel like we had a good week of practice. The past 2 practices the past 3 were actually pretty good, and then hopefully we can carry on to tomorrow and then carry on to Friday and have a good and come out stronger.
What have been some of your highlights this year? I mean, notable that Council Rock South got to play a home game on your school's campus. Yep. That must have been a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Now, did they bring stands? Where you get some good fans and
yeah, it was pretty solid.
Feeling the energy.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. Yeah.
That's awesome. Other activities that you're going to get involved with this school year? Other stuff? No distractions. Again, this is football season.
His goal is to make it to the basketball show as well.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm playing basketball this year. Yeah.
Well, last year they did host the coaches roundtable for hoops here from Sandy's. So yeah, maybe we'll see you in a few months. Mm-hmm. Well, good luck. Good luck throughout this season.
Thank you.
2-year starters, a couple of leaders for the team. How would you describe your leadership style? You get to get in guys' faces, or more lead by example type?
I wouldn't say I like get in people's faces, but I don't know. I mean,
yeah, that tells me sometimes you do get in guys' faces.
I mean, not really.
No. Well, you let them hear though when sometimes they need to.
I feel
up.
like last week during the game I was definitely fired up a little bit.
We'll bring that fire into this Pensbury game. We got it for you on WBCB, a 6 o'clock kickoff between the Golden Hawks and the Pensbury Falcons. Looking forward to that, guys. Thanks for being part of the show tonight. We're going to step aside and return. We got Morrisville and Bristol coming up in a bit. We'll also talk to Neshaminy, Pensbury, and Conwell-Egan. It's the High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. Let's hear it for the Golden Hawks, Council Rock South.
Thank you.
This is the High School Coaches Roundtable Show, broadcasting from Sandy's Beef and Ale, where friends and family go for great food and all the big games since 1967.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich. Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
If you're a sports-loving adult or senior citizen who has been injured while doing what you love, fear not. The Lower Bucks Hospital right in our community is here to support you. Led by board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Monahim M. Miller, boasting 33 years of experience, their team specializes in orthopedic sports medicine, joint replacement surgeries, orthopedic surgeries, surgeries, trauma care, and treating acute injuries. Unlike orthopedic offices in the city, Dr. Miller and his team warmly welcomes new patients, offering personalized care to help your recovery swiftly and return to your favorite activities. Conveniently located in your hometown at 501 Bath Road in Bristol, you can reach them at 215-785-9818. That's 215-785-9818. Lower Bucks Hospital has been dedicated to caring for our neighbors since 1954. Let us take care of you too.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer. We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host,
NFL Sundays
WBCB's
are back
Chris
at Sandy's.
Ermer.
They also got Quizzo Thursdays. Check out the Eagles this Friday night down in Brazil. They got it all for you here at Sandy's Beef and Ale, the home of the world-famous Sandwich. Of course, college football Saturdays and music bingo on Mondays, and they host the High School Coaches Roundtable Show Wednesday nights. And with us now, the Morrisville Bulldogs and head coach Mitch Cohen. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thanks for having us.
Congratulations on that win over, was it Montour?
Columbia Montour.
Columbia Montour.
From Bloomsburg.
You guys are playing these schools that are from out of nowhere, it seems like, but
Right.
You get another win, and it was a team you were playing up a couple of classifications.
They're 4A.
Bulldogs really rolling right now. I don't know, what's the what was it? What kind of how that complexion of that game play out for you?
Well, we controlled the line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball, defensively, offensively. We had 335 on the ground. We threw the ball a little bit, about 60 in the air. But, I mean, guys we're just opening up holes, and, our skill guys are getting in space.
All right, let's talk about schools that seem like they're from out of nowhere. This week you got Pequea Valley.
Pequea Valley.
Pequea Valley. I gave it a try. And that's, you said, out like in the Lancaster area.
They're right past Lancaster, yep. They're with traffic, about 2 hours to get there.
Anything that you're able to pick up on, what to expect from this team?
They run a wing tee, which we've been facing of late. So fortunately, we're familiar with it. But, good film. We had some good practices, good scout work. So, I think we're preparations there.
Well, the Morrisville Bulldogs poised to do big things this season. A great start, 2-0. And, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the show.
To my right is a junior, Shakur Dismukes, and to my far right is a senior, Nick Jobs.
All right, Shakur, tell me a little bit about your highlights so far this season. I mean, 2 big wins. Anything stand out as your best play, or your best moment so far this season?
Mainly just me, playing doing my job, manning my zones, reading the quarterback. Like last game, I had an interception, and plus we have a very good running back. So a lot of teams flow to him, and then me as the fullback, it opens up a lot when I get the ball.
An interception, also 10 rushes for 71 yards. That's getting it done. I guess most of that is just right up the gut.
Yeah, mainly.
You're running right through the teeth of the defense. What are you hearing from coaches about this week's matchup and what you guys need to do to continue to stay in the win column?
I mean, they're 2-0 just like us, so I know they think they're gonna have their hands full, and so are we. But I feel like overall we're just a better team. We had a good week of practice, watching film, all that plays a part, and I feel like when it's all said and done, we'll come out with the win.
Over these first 2 weeks, I would think able to build up some confidence to go into this matchup. Doesn't matter who they are, you guys feel good about who you guys are.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, good luck this week, and keep it going. Looking forward to the season you guys put together, and thanks for being out here tonight at the Roundtable show.
You're welcome.
All right, now we got Nick with us. So tell us how it is going on the offensive and defensive line. You guys must be able to push some guys around. Push that microphone a little bit closer so we can hear you.
Yeah, we're really moving the ball on the offensive line. Just making sure everybody stays on their blocks, knows who they're blocking, and just blocking who we need to block. And it really opens up a bunch of holes for our running back and our fullback.
I would guess that it helps that Coach mentioned that this team is a wing tee offense. You've seen some wing tee looks before, and you guys kind of that helps.
Yeah,
to know where to be.
We've seen the wing tee a couple times, so we're starting to get familiar with it. So we kind of know how to read it and how to stop it.
I failed to mention the fact that Shakur is also a basketball player and likes to fish.
Yeah.
And Nick, are you playing baseball for the Bulldogs?
Yes.
Nice. And also a gamer.
Yeah.
So football gaming.
Yeah.
Those games do give you some perspective on game planning and where everybody's supposed to be. What do you guys feel like you're doing well right now? The best elements of your offense seems like that run game.
Yeah, our run game is really where we get most of our yards and our touchdowns, and really how we move the ball. And it all starts with the line and opening up holes just so our running back can just fly through there and gain as many yards as possible each play.
Well, keep it going, guys, and thanks for being part of the show. Coach Cohen, along with Shakur and Nick, for the Morrisville Bulldogs, who are off to a 2-0 start, and we're thinking about Thanksgiving Day way down the road, but you guys have a lot of business to attend to before then.
One game at a time.
All right, well, thanks, guys, for being part of the show.
Thank you.
Again, high school, let's hear it for the Bulldogs. Thanks, Dave. High School Coaches Roundtable show presented by Rob's Automotive. And check out the Carver combo here at Sandy's. A football fan's dream. You get 6 wings and a half sandwich. And the roast beef here, the turkey sandwich are outstanding. One of the great things about the High School Coaches Roundtable show is we get to have our Sandywich afterwards. We got the Bristol Warriors joining us. Again, thanks to Fella Auto Group for making portions of tonight's show possible. Also, Lower Bucks Hospital on board. And Fella on Route 1 in Bristol is your hometown local auto dealer supporting our local students, congratulating all the honorees at tonight's Roundtable show. And Fella will give you $250 off any car in stock. Fella Auto Group, the perfect first car for that high school student. Over 200 cars, trucks, and SUVs priced under $10,000. And again, $250 right off the top. Check out their website, fellaautogroup.com. And don't forget to mention the Coaches Roundtable, and that's how you get that $250 off at Fella. They also service all makes and models, changes to engine motors, and you get 10% off the service work that's done, again, if you mention the Coaches Roundtable show at Fella on Route 13 in Bristol. All right, we got the Bristol Warriors now. Coach Oros in the house.
Yep.
2-0 also.
Yeah.
For Bristol.
2-0. Yep, feels good.
Tell us a little bit about Overbrook and what you guys are getting ready for this week.
Yeah, first thing that stands out after watching film at Overbrook, a whole lot of speed. They can throw the ball. They're big up front. So we just got to really contain their speed, kind of keep them inside, don't let them get to the sidelines, keep contained, and we should be all right.
2-0, what has been working for you guys? Where do you see your strengths on the offensive side and defensive side of the football?
Yeah, defensively, we're creating a lot of turnovers. I think we had 5 fumbles, forced fumbles last week. The week before, we probably had another 5. Offensively, we're just a nice balanced attack, running the ball, running to set up some play action, some bootlegs, stuff like that. So we're just going to keep sticking to the script and keep rolling.
All right, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the roundtable.
Yeah, I got Marco next to me. He's an offensive tackle for us and an interior defensive lineman.
All right, Marco, how have things going? Any particular highlights so far from this season? You guys are off to a great start.
I had a fumble recovery at our last game.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can you take us through that? I mean, was that just ball was there, right place, right time?
No, it was a nail biter, actually. I broke through the O-line, and the ball was right in between the quarterback's legs, and it came down to the ref's decision right there.
And they gave it to Bristol.
Yep.
Nice. So what are you guys doing this week in practice? What are you hearing from your coaches that you guys need to do well against Overbrook to keep things going?
Mostly contain on defense, like not shooting upfield and just staying contained, doing our assignments.
Try to keep the quarterback within a pocket there and keep that contained going. Offensive and defensive line, is there one side of the football that you prefer?
Nah, I like them both pretty evenly.
How about other stuff that you might be getting into throughout the school year, other activities? Again, we're saying no distractions. You know, we don't want anybody thinking about anything but football.
Besides football,
yeah,
I wrestle, throw shot, and I'm a volunteer firefighter.
Well, that keeps you pretty busy. How do you make time for academics and everything, and you must have pretty good time management.
Yeah, I just work everything in when I can, get most of my schoolwork done while I'm in class.
Can you tell me a little bit about the process, or were there family members that also were in the firefighter, or like why you chose to give up your time?
My dad was a firefighter. I grew up there, and I developed a passion for it.
That is great. I mean, it must be like some fairly extensive training that you go through.
Yeah. Just a few weeks ago, I was rappelling out of a 4th-story window.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, that puts things into perspective a little bit when it comes to the football field. Are you able to kind of, help to keep your sports and your activities and everything balanced out because of maybe some of the service that you do?
Yeah, it definitely helps with time management and keeping everything under control. Yeah.
All right, so future endeavors. You're going to take all that amazing community service and all that you learn at Bristol, and what are you going to be doing next?
Hopefully playing at the next level.
Yeah.
And if not, probably going into a big city and being a paid firefighter.
Any specific colleges that you're considering?
UPenn mostly.
That's
it's a good
great.
school. Westchester, it's close by, Villanova, mostly schools that are closer to home.
Yeah, yeah. Well, good luck this week against Overbrook. Warriors also trying to stay undefeated this season. Big thanks to Coach Oros and to Marco for joining us here and being part of the show tonight. Good luck this week. We're going to step aside again, return in just a little bit. We got more teams to talk to. Don't go anywhere. More high school football coming your way on the High School Coaches Roundtable show. Thanks to the Warriors. Thanks, guys.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich. Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
If you're a sports-loving adult or senior citizen who has been injured while doing what you love, fear not. The Lower Bucks Hospital right in our community is here to support you. Led by board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Monahim M. Miller, boasting 33 years of experience, their team specializes in orthopedic sports medicine, joint replacement surgeries, orthopedic surgery, injuries, trauma care, and treating acute injuries. Unlike orthopedic offices in the city, Dr. Miller and his team warmly welcomes new patients, offering personalized care to help your recovery swiftly and return to your favorite activities. Conveniently located in your hometown at 501 Bath Road in Bristol, you can reach them at 215-785-9818. That's 215-785-9818. Lower Bucks Hospital has been dedicated to caring for our neighbors since 1954. Let us take care of you too.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
All right, back here at Sandy's Beef and Ale High School Coaches Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision, brought to you by Fella Auto Group on Route 13 in Bristol. And again, mention the High School Coaches Roundtable Show and save $250 off your car or a future service. And joining us now on the roundtable, the Neshaminy Redskins and head coach Wilmot. Welcome, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations in order, because Neshaminy also with a 2-0 start, coming off of a win over Council Rock North, and getting ready for Cheltenham, a team I saw scrimmage Pensbury earlier this year, and a team that has a little bit of a sting or like a bite. There can be a quick strike offense. What are you guys seeing from Cheltenham when you get ready for this game?
We see a lot of athletes on the field that bring a lot, that bring a lot of speed. Offensively, their quarterback does a good enough job of getting the ball out of his hand, getting the ball to the receivers. But if he doesn't like what he sees, he's going to pull the ball down and he's just going to run. So he's dangerous. And defensively, because I probably watch more defense than the offense. I just see 11 guys running to the ball, and they'll take any route that they have to take to get there. They just want to get to the ball, so they play really aggressive.
2 games in now, what do you feel like has been working for you guys? I'm asking a lot of teams where they feel their strength is on the offensive and defensive side of the football.
Well, our defense really shined this past week. Our defensive line did a terrific job. That's kind of why Woody's here. Our defensive backfield did a nice job of picking the ball off. We had 4 interceptions. That's kind of why Jason's here. And then we've been doing a good enough job on offense, but it's really our defense right now that's kind of carrying us.
Well, Coach, let us know who you brought with you tonight.
To my right, I have Woody Moyes. So you might think Woody's a D-back, but no, he is a nose guard. Pound for pound, I've been doing this for 30 years. I've been doing strength training for 30 years, and Woody, I don't want to say he's the strongest, but he's one of the strongest people pound for pound that we've had in the last 30 years. Last year, he ran the fastest 40-yard dash time in the team. Thank God not this year. But last year, he's just a physically talented person. He's not big, and he just loves playing defensive line. So we brought him to talk about his defensive line play. The guy to his right is a guy, he played in our freshman program, and then he took a couple years off to kind of concentrate on basketball. And I guess him and I hooked up in March, April, I kind of forget, and we decided it was going to be a mutually good fit for both of them if he comes back his senior year. And Jason is a nice target for us on the outside as far as a wide receiver, and he's also been doing a really good job playing corner for us and had our first interception of the game on Friday night.
Guys, welcome to the show. Woody, a sack, 4 tackles. Tell me a little bit about what your highlights have been so far this season. Your favorite moments.
My favorite moments are especially when we start blitzing. I love those moments. I love crossing face against the guards and then chasing down the QB. 2 weeks ago, got my first sack as a Neshaminy Redskin, and it just feels great to just run around and chase the quarterback, making tackles. It's a great feeling.
And celebrate afterwards a little bit.
Yeah.
Big play. Coach credited your strength. I mean, that defensive tackle position, if they can't get a body on you and you can use some of your quickness too, that's a recipe for getting in the backfield. Have you been able to kind of utilize some – what's your array of moves? Are you like a swim guy or a bull rush guy? You seem like you might be use that quickness to get around the end.
Yes. So sometimes I do cross face, but most of the time I use my hands. Sometimes I use the bull and pull because they really, when they see me, they expect a speed rush. And when I use my bull and pull, that they catches them off guard. You know, like those are really my main moves. And yeah, pretty much it.
He's got a whole array of tools in that tool belt for you. Also on the stage at Neshaminy a little bit.
Yeah, a tiny bit.
You do like drama, musicals. I mean, what kind of productions have you been a part of, or is that just something you're planning on this year?
I've been part of it for like 4 years, and I just do acting on the side. It's like a cool little, hobby for me, I would say, and I just love doing it. I just love acting.
It says here you might be going to college somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, I love Florida, and I like the colleges over there, FAU and Florida State. I would like to go there. I would like to go anywhere in Florida, to be honest.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Anything this week specific about the Cheltenham game that you guys are hearing from the coaches, working on?
Yeah, we've been told to maintain the outside because they trust the inside guys enough to keep the run out of the middle. So right now we just need to contain the QB as well. He's a fast runner, so we compress the pocket, make sure he's not going anywhere, and just do our jobs.
Doesn't have any escape lanes there to be running around on you guys.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
what we're most worried about.
Good luck this week. Thanks for joining us on the roundtable.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk to Jason. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, what again, work-wise, game plan-wise, what are you hearing from your coaches about this Cheltenham game that you guys need to do to go 3-0?
I'm really hearing that the receivers are very skilled and athletic, and they will try to make athletic plays, throw it deep. But I think what we're most worried about right now is the perimeter and protecting that. And I think we can do a really good job with our defensive line, putting pressure on the quarterback.
If they get to the quarterback, that makes your job a little bit easier. Having a team that might throw the football around a bit is something that, I don't know, I would imagine a defensive back, people in the secondary look forward to that challenge to a certain degree. I mean, now you got to step up and take care of business.
Yes.
Other activities that you're involved in, Jason? Stuff you're looking forward to this season?
I play basketball too.
Yeah.
So that takes up most of my winter.
1 interception and 39 yards receiving. I mean, is there a certain side of the football that you prefer to be on? Sounds like you're making contributions on both sides.
Yes. I don't really have a preference on where I play. I like them both. I enjoy just being on the field with my teammates.
I mean, the energy and the whole game day atmosphere at Neshaminy is awesome. One of the best in the area. Have you been able to feel that when you've been out there, or do you kind of get into a zone and you got the blinders on and you're not aware of all the fanfare going on?
I've definitely been able to feel it.
Nice.
The atmosphere is incredible, and yeah, it's been great playing there.
All right, well, I got to figure it out because I'm doing the play-by-play this week for Cheltenham, Neshaminy. We got the game on BCB. You guys moved the game a little bit, right?
Yeah.
It was a Friday night game. Now going to be
Cheltenham
Saturday.
moved it. We didn't move it. Cheltenham moved it.
And it's going to be played at Wissahickon.
Yes.
So kind of some logistic stuff thrown in there.
Yeah,
but
I think something was going on with their field or something like that. So so they moved it to Wissahickon. So it is what it is. It's actually closer than Cheltenham, so it's good.
We got that one on BCB. Looking forward to it. Good luck this week. thanks to the Neshaminy Redskins for being part of our high school coaches roundtable show. All right, yeah, again, Neshaminy, and we got that game at 1 o'clock for you on WBCB as they get set to take on Cheltenham. And we got the Pensbury Falcons coming on down. Again, big thanks to Fellow Auto Group on Route 13 in Bristol, hometown local auto dealer, congratulating everybody here for the roundtable. And they have the perfect first car for that high school student. And if you mention the high school coaches roundtable show, they take $250 off the price. They have over 200 cars, trucks, and SUVs priced under 10 grand. It's at Fellow Auto Group, Route 13 in Bristol. And they do service for all makes and models. And again, if you mention the high school coaches roundtable show, you can get $250 off some of the service that you get there. 10% off the service at Fella, Route 13 in Bristol. We got the Pensbury Falcons now with us, a win and a loss so far. Coach Simon, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This is awesome.
All right, so a 17-7 win last week. And tell me a little bit about what the vibe is with the team as you get ready to take on Council Rock South.
Yeah, it was a big game last week. I mean, it really kind of felt like a playoff game in the sense that both teams were, had a loss, and whoever left there with a loss was going to be 0-2. And I'll tell you, Quakertown's a good team, and they're going to have some wins. But that was definitely, felt like we were kind of both like our backs to the wall a little bit, and we feel like that was a big win, and we're trying to get on an uptick here.
Ended up being almost a defensive battle between those two teams. 17-7, not a ton of points were scored. What do you see from the linebacker crew that you work with that was able to help you guys get that victory, even coming up with really a pivotal turnover in that game to turn things around?
Yeah, it first starts in Walker here will tell you, it starts up front. Those guys really battled to let the linebackers, flow, do their job. And, it's a total team effort. The secondary was a big part of, the preparation. So, it kind of was all phases of our defense, all levels that were, involved. And they did a nice job.
One of the challenges that each program has is figuring out who's going to be out there on any given Friday night or a Thursday, and sometimes that'll change. I know there were some changes where Connor O'Brien got moved to tackle and Ciola got moved over to tight end. And even this week I heard some stuff about some changes along the offensive line. Those elements are a challenge for any program, but it seems like Pennsbury, you guys are dealing with your share of adversity in that department.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call it adversity. I would say they're challenges, and you're not in this business, I think, if you're not going to expect some challenges. So, Coach Snyder, he's really got us on point, and he's really good at making adjustments and putting us in the situation that's best, even if these things do occur.
And those types of things just require the next guy to step up, and the deeper your program is, the more you can withstand those types of challenges. As you said, Coach Simon, and this guy is up for the challenge. Tell us who you brought with you tonight. Being able to call the Pensbury games, a couple of highlights already with our guest.
Oh, absolutely. This is Walker Murray. He's our linebacker and wingback on offense, so he goes two ways. And if you know anything about Pensbury historically, we're usually a one-way group, so that says a lot about Walker as a player. He's really a really good leader. I always tell him he's a servant leader. He could just kind of do his thing because he's very talented, but he's always trying to work with other guys and make them better. He's not above, talking to a younger player and giving him advice. And he really kind of meets all the cliches. He's like in the front. A guy came in from a JV game. There's film on. He's in the front row. Like you just knew. Like that's where I love. He's in the front of the line. He sets the example for the team, and he's just really a real pleasure to coach.
Well, Walker, welcome to the show. Leading the team in tackles, and a big interception in last week's game. Can you take me through that play and what you saw there? You had to go up and get that ball.
Yeah, going into that play, there was 18 seconds left, so I knew they had to make something happen. But, in my head, I was thinking, why don't we be the ones to make something happen? So, drop back, and I knew they were obviously going to have to go for a pretty deep pass, and then, I'll say it fell right in my lap, and I happened to just be in the right spot at the right time, and then, and I returned it. It should have been a touchdown in my opinion, but I took the wrong route or whatever. But it still sets us up for a pretty good field goal, which definitely helped change the momentum of the game for sure.
Yeah, I thought you might be returning that one for a TD myself.
So did I.
What are you guys working on this week against Council Rock South to get ready for the Golden Hawks?
So defensively, we've set a pretty good game plan. Just the same old D-line's going to be playing tough. Linebackers are definitely going to be having to use their brains on the pass, because they got a pretty good pass game, and then their run game's pretty good as well. So we're going to have to look out for both those things. Defensively, so I think we look all right. Offensively, we are definitely opening up the playbook a little bit more, and we're looking good. We're looking more sharp than
also a pretty critical pass catch in that game. And then there was one that you probably want back.
Yeah.
Which side of the football do you prefer? It seems like you're naturally inclined to be in on the defensive side of the football, and that linebacker position seems like home to you.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say I do enjoy defense more. I like not being set to because in my opinion, offense you're set to the certain play. You can only do so much. But defense, if it's up to me, I'm going to try to make every single play on the field. So, I would have to go with defense. But offense, if they need me, they need me, and I'm going to be there, and I'm going to still give it 100% effort. So.
All right, as a leader on this team, and you see the defense coming together, how do you think things are progressing? I mean, Coach was saying you're one of the guys who really leads this bunch.
Yeah.
It seemed like everybody's getting on the same page and ready to go for Council Rock South, just kind of improving each day?
Yeah, look, I think our defense is the best it's been since Coach Snyder's gotten here. One thing we are lacking, which we are definitely gonna try to show this game, is turnovers. But overall, I think our pass defense is doing good. We're great up front, and so we just got to have our players make plays, and I think we look very good. I'm very excited to just see what the season has for us.
Well, it's a big game for us on BCB. We got it for you, a 6 o'clock kickoff, so a little bit earlier on Friday night. That way we can all get home and see the Eagles game. I don't know, Coach Snyder, I think he mentioned that to me at some point, that they got an earlier kickoff so we can all see the Birds. But it's a battle of the Birds on BCB, Golden Hawks and the Falcons. Walker Murray, Coach Simon, thank you so much for hanging out, being part of the show. We're going to step aside and return here to Sandy's. We got Conwell-Egan Catholic before we get out of here. One more team here for our high school coaches roundtable show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision.
Thank you very much.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich. Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
If you're a sports-loving adult or senior citizen who has been injured while doing what you love, fear not. The Lower Bucks Hospital right in our community is here to support you. Led by board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Monahim M. Miller, boasting 33 years of experience, their team specializes in orthopedic sports medicine, joint replacement surgeries, orthopedic surgeries, trauma care, and treating acute injuries. Unlike orthopedic offices in the city, Dr. Miller and his team warmly welcomes new patients, offering personalized care to help your recovery swiftly and return to your favorite activities. Conveniently located in your hometown at 501 Bath Road in Bristol, you can reach them at 215-785-9818. That's 215-785-9818. Lower Bucks Hospital has been dedicated to caring for our neighbors since 1954. Let us take care of you too.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
Welcome back to Sandy's High School Coaches Roundtable Show on WBCB. And Sandy's Beef and Ale getting ready for Red October. Some big Phillies games coming up. And they have the Challenger Basket Night on Monday, October the 7th. A big fundraiser to support Challenger football. A lot of the high school athletes that join us on the Roundtable Show volunteer to help out special needs athletes on Sundays play the game of football, and they'll be supporting those efforts on October the 7th here at Sandy's with the Challenger Basket Night. And you can get your raffles and win a basket and also support a good cause. With us now, head coach of the Conwell-Egan Eagles, Coach Techman. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having us.
Big bounce back for you guys as you take care of Chichester.
Yep. We needed that. So
a lopsided loss and a lopsided win. How do you kind of put perspective to both of those experiences for your players?
Well, that first game was just a total mismatch. You know, there's a story behind that whole thing, and they had 13 Division I players. They combined with another school after we had already agreed to play. So we knew going in what we were in for. And our kids went out and competed and got through the game, and then we didn't show film. We just said, you know what, let's go out and do what we do. We had a great scrimmage against Bartram, played really well there, so we knew we're a pretty good football team. Chichester's a 5A school, we're a 3A school. We prepared well for them. Our kids were really hungry and I think wanted to show that we're a decent football team, and that, I said up front all along, we only have 7 seniors and we have to grow up quick, and I think we grew up last week. So.
Well, you guys get the luxury of a bye week this week. No game for Egan, but on the horizon, LC.
Yeah.
And that is one of the big rivals for you guys.
Right, in the Catholic League.
But it must be nice to have an extra week of practice. And
I hate it.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'd love to be playing. We just can't get people to play us. I mean, I called every public school I could, and some of them, they just can't match up schedules, and then some just don't want to play. So we're forced to take a bye, and so I told the kids the only way to make up the bye is to get another game in the playoffs. So that's our goal. That's where we're going, and hopefully we start that off against Lansdale Catholic. We have an extra week to prep. We're using it smartly. We played a JV game yesterday against Chichester, which we won, and then we have 2 good days of practice, a lift on Friday, and they get the last weekend off for the whole rest of the season. So.
All right, so these guys are helping you to achieve those goals. Tell us who you brought with you tonight for the roundtable.
Okay, I brought 3 guys, 2 seniors, 2 senior leaders, captains. To my direct right is Colin Walker. Colin led us in tackles last year, led us in sacks. He's an honor society kid, just a great, tough player, loves the game. He'll play through injury and pain, and really a leader for us in a lot of different ways. And then next to him is Monty Zoriella. He's been a 3-year starter for us on the corner. We've had a great crew of running backs over the years. We have a great crew of running backs this year. He rushed 8 times for 118 yards, played on the corner. Nobody caught a pass on his side of the ball. Runs a 4.4 40, just a great kid. And then our quarterback is a sophomore, Aubrey Kimbrough. He threw for 1. He ran for 1, threw for 78 yards. We had 435 yards rushing, which, he's controlling that with our sweeps and our option game. So all 3 are great players, and we're really lucky to have them.
Well, guys, welcome to the show. Colin, we start with you. First team All-Catholic, honor student. And how would you describe your leadership style as a senior on this team? You got to make sure everybody's on the same page. That's kind of your job.
Yeah, I'm more of like a lead by example. I might not be the loudest, but I'll take someone off to the side and just communicate with them. And say we'll go, say we have a series, go off to the sideline, just talk what you see, what are you seeing out there, and just try to work with them to for the next series.
So a tough first game for you guys, a good second game.
Yeah.
In between there, did you get down on the team at all, or did the coaches able to keep you guys feeling pretty confident in what you could do?
No, I mean, I think we all knew the first team we played was really good. And I think since I've been here, it's the best team we've had. And I think a lot of the, upperclassmen knew that. So we just had to have faith, just trust who you're playing with, and then get after it.
Well, it must have felt really good to flip the script last week. And was that in front of your home crowd, too?
Oh, no, it was away.
Well,
yeah, it was good now.
Well, Colin, thanks for being part of the show here.
Let's
talk to Monty. Out there on cornerback, you're kind of on an island out there, and not completing any passes to your side of the field must feel like a huge win for you.
Yeah, it helps out our defense a lot, I play both sides of the ball, so when we're able to get a 3 and out, it really helps me get on the sideline and get a quick breath, come back on the field.
Man, it cuts down half of the field, and that's a big advantage for you guys. Which side of the football do you prefer being on?
I look like the offensive side more. It's pretty fun to run the ball and score in front of everybody.
All right, so how you seeing things developing? You seeing some holes open up? Give credit to your guys up front.
Yeah, I always give credit to the O-line. They're the ones making the holes for me that I'm able to run through.
Any other activities that you're looking forward to this school year?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to prom and just playing my final senior game.
Well, enjoy this off week, guys. You don't get a lot of that. I know Coach said you guys would rather be playing out there, but Lansdale Catholic coming up soon enough. So good luck in that game. Thanks, Monty, for being with us here at the Roundtable tonight. And we talk with Aubrey, the Eagle quarterback. So Coach said you were kind of controlling things in that run game. Were there different keys that you were seeing from the opposition that you were able to kind of make those calls off of?
Yeah, I kind of like to look at everything and see what I got and check it to either side, just to get my guys the ball so they can do what they do.
And Coach was referencing different running backs and skill guys. How's the chemistry going? Only 2 games in. It takes a little bit of time to figure out, I don't know, what everybody's going to be doing out there, or did you feel like you had a head start in that regard already?
Yeah, I like to get the ball to running back, but the receiver is my cousin, so I like to get the ball to him too. So the chemistry is there with everybody.
That helps. Mm-hmm. That helps. A rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. Take us through those 2 plays if you could.
The rushing touchdown, they blitzed a lot. They blitzed all through the A gaps. So I saw the linebackers coming. I knew I had to get out quick. So then the whole field was open. Coach Tech always says, take what you can get. So
you saw that open up, and you took it.
And then the passing touchdown, we just saw a corner on the island, and we took a shot and came down with the ball.
Again, like I was saying to Colin, that turnaround must have just put a whole new confidence in this team. You guys must be feeling good right now.
Yeah.
Off week, getting ready for LC. I don't know, what's the vibe like in practice?
Good. We like to keep as much intensity as we can in practice, just to because especially that we don't have a game this week, we gotta keep our heads level and can't go slump.
And just a good brotherhood in the locker room with you guys.
Yeah.
well, that can go a long way to a team's success. So good luck to Conwell-Egan Catholic throughout this year. Thanks to Coach Techman, to Colin, Monty, Aubrey for being part of the show tonight. Thanks to Brianne O'Neill, our video engineer, to Jane, who's our executive producer, and to Ava, our intern as well. And Dave, he's around here somewhere. He's leading the applause and everything, so he's like our sound coordinator. We'll be back here next week for the Roundtable Show presented by Rob's Automotive and Collision. Thanks so much for being with us on the WBCB Sports Network.
Thanks, Chris.